Uruguay is the smallest country in South America and easily the most overlooked. It sits quietly between Argentina and Brazil with 600 kilometers of Atlantic coastline, rolling grassland inland, and a pace of life its neighbors secretly envy. It's safe, relaxed, ridiculously good at beef and wine, and almost nobody puts it on their itinerary. That's a mistake, and this video is why. Welcome to Optimized Travel Destinations. My name is Laura, and I am part of the Optimized Travel team. We help travelers plan amazing trips through our concierge service, and our team has worked together to list the absolute best places Uruguay has to offer. These are the top 10 places to visit in Uruguay, counting down from 10 to 1. Number 10, Salto. Salto sits up in the northwest on the Uruguay River, about 6 hours from Montevideo or an hour by air. The reason to come to Salto is the thermal springs just outside town at Diman and Arape. It's unpretentious, cheap, and honestly one of the more relaxing couple of days you can have in the country, with citrus groves and open farmland all around. Salto is really a winter thing from June to August, when sitting in hot water outdoors actually makes sense. I'd give it 2 nights, and it pairs nicely with a river crossing into Argentina if you're heading that way. Number 9, Tacuarembó. Tacuarembó is up in the northern interior, about 4.5 hours from Montevideo. This is the heart of Gaucho country, endless rolling grassland, cattle, horses, and a rural culture that's changed less than almost anywhere else on the continent. The way to do it is to stay on a working estancia. You ride out with the gauchos, watch the cattle work, and eat asado cooked over open fire in the evening. If you can, time it for the Gaucho Festival in March, when riders come in from all over and the whole thing goes up a level. I'd plan 2 or 3 nights out here, long enough to settle into the rhythm, which is really the whole point of the place. Number 8, Piriápolis. Piriápolis is on the Atlantic coast, about an hour and a half east of Montevideo. It was Uruguay's first beach resort, built in the early 20th century by an eccentric who dreamed of creating his own European-style seaside town. Much of that character remains today, from the grand old Argentino hotel to the chairlift climbing Cerro San Antonio. It's quieter, cheaper, and, in my opinion, has more personality than nearby Punta del Este. It's a summer town, so come December to March, I'd stay 2 nights, and it makes an easy stop between Montevideo and the eastern beaches. Number 7, Carmelo. Carmelo sits on the Rio de la Plata in the southwest, about 3 hours from Montevideo. It's a quiet river town surrounded by vineyards, and over the last couple of decades, it's quietly become the center of Uruguay's best wine. Tannat is the grape here. The wineries around town are small, family-run, and genuinely welcoming, and the whole place has an unhurried feel that makes you want to slow right down. What I love about Carmelo is how low-key it is. No crowds, no pretension, just great wine beside the river. I'd base yourself here for 2 nights, enough for a few wineries at a sensible pace. It sits naturally on the route between Colonia and the interior. Number 6, Punta del Diablo. Punta del Diablo is way over on the far eastern coast near the Brazilian border, about 4 hours from Montevideo. It started as a fishing village and became the country's main bohemian beach spot, without ever fully losing the fishing village part. The beaches are long and wild, the accommodation is mostly simple wooden cabins, and the summer vibe is young, relaxed, and a little scruffy. You'll either love it or want to be somewhere else. Just up the road, Santa Teresa National Park has forest, an old Portuguese fort, and some of the emptiest beaches in the country. It's strictly a summer place. January and February are peak, but December and March are the sweet spot. I'd give it 3 nights if you actually want to unwind. Number 5. Punta del Este. Punta del Este sits on a peninsula at the eastern end of Rio del Plata, about 2 hours from Montevideo. It's South America's most famous beach resort, the place where Argentina and Brazil's wealthier crowds have been coming for generations. And in January, it's one of the busiest social scenes on the continent. The peninsula's got calm water on one side and Atlantic surf on the other, which is handy. La Mano, that giant hand coming out of the sand at Brava Beach, is the most photographed thing in Uruguay. And the Casa Pueblo, the white sculpted building along the coast, is worth timing for sunset. I'd avoid January. December and March have the same beaches, lower prices, and far fewer crowds. I'd plan 3 nights, which covers the peninsula and the quieter coast on either side. Number 4. José Ignacio. José Ignacio is a little village 40 minutes east of Punta del Este. It's where people who find Punta too loud go instead, and it's quietly become one of the most fashionable beach spots in South America without ever putting up a single high-rise. The village is basically a handful of streets, a lighthouse, and 2 beaches. One calm, one with surf. The restaurants are the real reason to come. A small number of exceptional places doing fish and beef over open fire, with tables set right in the sand. If I had to pick one thing to do here, it'd be a long dinner at sunset with your feet in the sand. Go in December or March and book restaurants ahead. There aren't many and they fill fast. I'd stay 3 nights. Number 3. Cabo Polonio. Cabo Polonio is on the Atlantic coast about 4 hours east of Montevideo. And here's the thing, there's no road to it. You leave your car at the national park entrance and cross several kilometers of shifting sand dunes in a converted 4x4 truck, which is your first clue that this is not a normal beach destination. The village has no electricity, no running water in most houses, and no street lighting. What it does have is a lighthouse on a rocky point, one of the largest sea lion colonies in South America right below it, and a night sky so dark and dense with stars that people come for 1 night and end up staying a week. Nobody's in a hurry here, and after a day, you stop being in a hurry too. The whole appeal is that there's nothing to do. Accommodation is basic, simple cabins, a few hostels, and small guest houses. And the days go on walking the beaches, watching the sea lions, and doing gloriously little else. It's one of the genuinely unusual places left on the Atlantic coast of South America. Come between November and March and bring cash. There are no card machines and no ATM out here. I'd give it 2 or 3 nights. Number 2. Colonia del Sacramento. Colonia del Sacramento sits on the Rio de la Plata in the southwest, an hour by fast ferry from Buenos Aires, and 2.5 hours from Montevideo by road. It's the oldest town in the country, and its historic quarter is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The old town was founded by the Portuguese and fought over with the Spanish for well over a century. The street layout, the building styles, even the paving stones change depending on who happened to be in charge when a given block went up. The Calle de los Suspiros, a rough cobbled lane running down toward the river, is the most photographed street in Uruguay, and it earns it. What makes Colonia work is that it's genuinely lived in rather than roped off as a museum. Old cars sit outside houses, sycamore trees shade the squares, and the whole quarter is small enough to walk in a couple of hours, and lovely enough that you'll end up doing it 2 or 3 times. The sunset over the river from the seawall is one of the best in the country. Most people rush it as a day trip from Buenos Aires, and that's a mistake. Stay a night. When the day ferries leave, the town empties out and turns into something completely different. I'd give it 2 nights if you want to explore the countryside around it too. Before I reveal number 1, I want to take a moment to tell you about why we made this video. Uruguay's small enough that people assume they can just wing it, and then find out the coastal towns are seasonal, the good restaurants book out weeks ahead in summer, and the gap between January and March is enormous in both price and atmosphere. Timing matters here more than distance does. That is exactly what Optimized Travel was built for. Head to optimizedtravel.com to find out more, or click the link in the description. And now, number 1. Number 1, Montevideo. Montevideo is the capital and home to nearly half of everyone in Uruguay, spread along the coast where the Rio de la Plata meets the Atlantic. It's a city of about 1.3 million people that somehow feels a lot smaller, and it has almost none of the intensity you'd expect from a South American capital. The Rambla is the heart of it, a 22-kilometer promenade running the whole length of the city's coastline. Every evening it fills up with people walking, running, fishing, and sitting on the seawall with a thermos under one arm and a gourd of mate in the other. It's the single most Uruguayan thing you can watch, and it happens every single day of the year. Ciudad Vieja, the old town on the peninsula, has the colonial and Art Deco architecture, the best bars, and the Mercado del Puerto, a covered market that's basically a hall full of parrilla grills where you sit at the counter and eat beef cooked over wood right in front of you. The thing that really got me, though, is the music. Candombe, the drumming tradition brought by enslaved Africans and kept alive in the city's neighborhoods, still moves through the streets on weekend nights, groups of drummers walking and playing with people following behind. It's not staged for anyone. Turning a corner and stumbling into it is one of the best things that can happen to you here. Montevideo is comfortable from October to April, with January the hottest and busiest. I'd give it 3 nights minimum, and make sure at least one evening is spent doing nothing but walking the Rambla at sunset with everybody else. That's the city at its most itself. So those are the 10 best places to visit in Uruguay. From the thermal pools of Salto and the gaucho estancias of the interior, through the empty dunes of Cabo Polonio and the cobbles of Colonia, all the way to Montevideo and its Rambla at sunset. If you're ready to plan your trip, head to optimizedtravel.com and let me know in the comments, which of these 10 would you visit first? Montevideo straight away, or would you head for the coast? Drop it below. Don't forget to subscribe. We cover the world's best destinations every week.